The wife of prominent journalist Mehmet Baransu, who has been in jail for months as part of a government-orchestrated investigation, has had a miscarriage, and the journalist announced the news in an emotional column bearing the headline "Who is the murderer?" In the column, published in the Taraf daily on Tuesday, Baransu stated that excessive stress caused by the government led to the miscarriage. "These are the worst days of my life. The cell and its walls bear down on me. You have succeeded. You have achieved your goal of hurting me. You can be happy now. You took your revenge on a baby in a mother's womb. It no longer exists," he wrote. Baransu has been in prison since March 1, after approximately 30 police officers raided his home in Eyüp and searched it for 12 hours, before detaining him for questioning in relation to documents he submitted to prosecutors in 2010 about a coup plot known as Sledgehammer, Balyoz. On March 2, Baransu was arrested by the Istanbul 5th Penal Court of Peace. Baransu has been held in solitary confinement for months without an indictment. Solitary confinement is usually used as a punishment for prisoners who break rules and are otherwise disruptive. Most prison authorities put prisoners in solitary confinement for 1 to 3 days as a deterrent. In the column, written from Silivri prison in Istanbul, Baransu explained that his being tortured and otherwise treated unlawfully, combined with the pressure applied to him and his wife, have caused the stress and sadness that led to her miscarriage. "We have lost our baby due to the excessive stress you have caused, and because of the suffering my wife and I have had to endure. You have joined forces and killed an unnamed baby in its mother's womb, who never had the chance to open its eyes to the world," Baransu wrote. Addressing President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu and Gökalp Koku, the prosecutor conducting the investigation, Baransu said, "Today must be your happiest day. Speak now. Don't be silent. Share the result of your unlawful practices." Baransu's lawyer, Serkan Sakal, told reporters earlier that his client had initially been held in a cell alone for 65 days in Metris prison in Istanbul. Baransu was only allowed to speak to guards and his lawyer, who described the situation as psychological torture. He was transferred to Silivri prison in May. The lawyer also said that Baransu being transferred without his family being notified was a crime, and that prison authorities did not provide any reason for the transfer to the high-security prison or the dire conditions under which he has been held. Sakal stated that the ward in which Baransu is held is newly built and lacks the most basic facilities. Baransu has been accused of revealing confidential state documents, which constituted the basis for the Ergenekon and Balyoz military coup trials in 2010. An Istanbul court in November 2014 began the retrial of the infamous Balyoz case after the Constitutional Court ruled in June that a lower court had violated the 236 suspects' right to a defense. During their retrial on the grounds that the digital documents submitted in the case could not be accepted as evidence, the court ruled for the acquittal of all 236 suspects, in line with the prosecutor's request. The move was considered by critics to be an attempt by the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, government to gain the support of ultranationalist high-ranking military officials who have significant influence within the judiciary, as part of the party's war against a parallel structure within the state. The term parallel structure was coined by the president to refer to followers of the faith-based Gulen movement, popularly known as the Hizmet movement, and inspired by Turkish Islamic scholar Fethullah Gulen, particularly followers within the police force and the judiciary. Erdoğan made the elimination of the so-called parallel structure a priority after a major corruption scandal implicating figures in his inner circle was made public with a wave of detentions on December 17, 2013. The president, who was then Prime Minister, framed the corruption investigation as a plot against his government by a parallel structure supported by foreign collaborators. At the same time, the government introduced laws to expand its grip on the judiciary and dismissed thousands of judges, prosecutors, and police officers, including those who were involved in the investigation.